am Alicia Stallings, and I'm a poet and translator. But I also write essays or reviews, and I do a fair amount of translation, and I'm also a mother, so all of that. I think I always wanted to be a writer. I always wanted to write books. My mother was a school librarian, and I think I had this concept, that people wrote books and I wanted to write them. And very early on, I was attracted to the sounds of poetry, the mystery of poetry, I guess, as children are. Maybe I always had better luck with poetry, I guess, than prose, so we attracted each other. I address the age-old poetic themes, which, I think is love and death and mortality and the problem with being a mortal creature in the eternity of time and this conflict. But I also hope I deal with the everyday as well, which is part of the eternal. Being a mother and having a crying baby or children's toys, all of this interests me. Childhood is actually a big topic for me. My work as a translator of Greek classics is sort of the flip side of my work as a poet. It is a kind of deep reading of another work. It's a way to try on other voices. I have this conversation with the dead through translation. I studied classics, so I have always had an interest in things Greek. But being in modern Greece, life is very gritty, especially in Athens. I think I find sometimes when I go back to the States that everything seems smoother and easier. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for a poet, but it certainly puts you in the present. In terms of what I would like to do next, the poet is always just hoping for the next poem. I mean, there's always this feeling, that the muse might have deserted you. You're never really happy unless you're in the middle of a poem. And the thing is, you don't know where that poem is going to come from. One is always excited and a little bit trepidatious, I think, about what's coming next. That's the terror and the excitement. Receiving the fellowship is obviously going to be a major support in our lives. Maybe one isn't going to feel like I have to do the prose for money in order to do the poetry for pleasure. That there's a certain release and freedom in that, I hope. So.